Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Today, the importance of your future plans with your Filipina. When I began to look for a Filipina wife online, which was about 6 years ago, my goal was to get married, but I didn't think much further ahead than that. Going through the visa process was a matter of hurry up and wait. Then, when she arrived in America after an 8-month wait, we were finally together, continuing to get to know each other. We got married in less than 8 weeks. So much anticipation to get started and thinking about the present, but it's also important to consider the future. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea for insights about many aspects of a foreigner-Filipina relationship. We have podcasts on Casting Beyond the Sea that you can subscribe to on Podbean, and I have a website, lvbts.com. Now, it would be tempting to finally be together. Then the foreigner kind of, settles into a lifestyle he had before he got married, which would be a mistake. If he married someone from his own country, probably same city, she would already have been able to work on her future plans, and her husband would be aware of them, and it is possible they have discussed their future plans of being together. But the Filipina might have absolutely no idea of her future there in her new country and how she fits in with her husband's plans. In order to build a strong, lasting relationship with a Filipina that you have petitioned to your country, a lot of time will need to be spent together early on, and I'm talking about marriage now, and that could be for a couple of years. There will be a lot discovered about each other when you're finally actually living under the same roof. I think that's when it really speeds up, and have responsibilities to each other. An important part eventually needs to be a blending or a combination of their future plans. They can't be going in opposite directions. This is made a little complicated when there is a large age gap, like ours, and there usually is, because they don't plan on dying at nearly the same time. So I think that presents a little bit of an interesting dynamic as far as your futures. If you have plans for your future, I hope that your Filipino wife can be involved with that and be interested in it. Since she has grown up in a different country, sharing something with you might mean learning something completely new. She might like it or hate it, if you try to expose her to something different. Plans she had in the Philippines have been interrupted or eliminated by marrying a foreign man and moving his country. Let's say his plans include 18 holes of golf a day. She isn't likely to participate in that. If it is to do activities outside in the sun, she might not be interested, because many Filipinos do not want their skin to get darker. Personally, my wife and I would like to get some fishing gear and go out and fish in the future. She's so busy with school right now and working full time that it's just not something we're going to be able to do very much. But that is something we already know we could do together for a long time. We do have a little bit of experience with fishing. You are aware that transitioning from being single to being married involves a major shift in priorities. It is possible that you had a bucket list, or at least a list of things you've been wanting to involve yourself in for a long time, and haven't thought about how this might affect, being married to a Filipina. But somehow you'll need to find a way to integrate her into your future plans in a way that she wants to be involved with. I will tell you how I am going about this, and it may not be for everyone, but for me it is the simplest, and I think will be the most satisfying. And that is just simply this. My perspective is that I will try to invest myself into her plans for her future, and involve myself with that and enjoy it. I have spent most of my life already doing what I want. Now that I am married to a younger, beautiful Filipina who is not from America, I think she deserves my best effort into investing in her life, and it's going to be fun. That means that I want to have future plans with her that are important to her. And really, I prefer doing that over my own thing. She isn't just an addition to my life. She and I have formed a union. Her happiness and fulfillment is more important to me than my own happiness. If we intend to travel somewhere, I will opt to go where she wants to go and see new things. I had my chances over the years to travel, but didn't have anyone to travel with, so I didn't. Now that I'm married, I'd like to see some places, but not without my wife. You know, we went to Paris, France for our second wedding anniversary. That was so cool. And I really would like to go back again. Only 9 hours of flights from, where we live in Nebraska. But that's nothing compared to the 28 or more hours to get to the Philippines, if you can do it that fast. They have to be places she wants to see. What about Rome? How about that? That sounds like fun. Could be Singapore or Malaysia on the way back from a trip to the Philippines. She would like to see Canada. There have been many places around the Midwest, the United States, we've been to, like Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Kansas, Colorado, here in Nebraska. My experience has been that I wasn't really expecting it, but I've always enjoyed it. My baby knows how to pick the spots. At one time, we seriously considered retiring in the Philippines, which would have been another way of making our future plans together, but that doesn't look like it anymore, at least not while I'm alive. Since I am older than my wife, I made the decision to invest myself in helping her with her dreams. That does not mean that I feel like I am, losing out in any way. It means under the circumstances, I am devoting my time to help her in her new life in America, where she now considers it her home. She's a she's a United States citizen now, and soon will go to Chicago and brave that dangerous city to try to get her dual citizenship back. But right now, this is her home. That's what she said. I am supporting her in her endeavor to get a college degree here in the United States because I think it will help her with her job in the future. I don't mind helping her with any homework that I might be able to help her out with. She's good at math and algebra, but she's been on her own with that sort of curriculum because I don't know anything about that. I would not be any help at all. But if I can, I want to help her. The main thing is to realize that as a married couple, you need to live and think like a married couple, not two formerly single people living together. It's more complicated than that. Like I tell my wife sometimes, we're not single anymore. Please leave comments on how you can or have integrated your future goals to include your Filipina wife. This channel can be useful to you even if you're interested in a woman from a different part of the world. So please subscribe. I have a lot of videos and playlists to help you out. Having future plans together is best for me and my love beyond the sea.